Okay, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing for Saturday, the 29th of March. We'll get started firstly with a synoptic. This was midnight last night. See nice clear air here. Moving forwards to 12 o'clock. So you've got high pressure ridging in from the Azores here, a couple of fronts out to the west. But we've got this nice clear area. Looking at midnight tonight, those fronts have made their way in. It's a brief warm front initially, followed quite soon after by a cold front, and that should pass overnight, leaving us similar conditions as we have today for tomorrow. So hopefully another good day. Get the sat pics here. We can see clear over Lasham, quite a lot of high cloud out to the west, fairly thick, but it should be holding off for most of the day, possibly coming in later on, about 4 or 5 o'clock this afternoon. But we should get most of the day out before then. Nothing to concern us on the rain radar at the moment. And looking at the Met Office rain forecast, I can just run that through for us. There is some rain associated with those fronts out to the west, but none of it to concern us. The day will be long over by the time that gets here. Odium are forecasting 300 at 15 knots, few at 4,500 feet, and then possibly a little bit gustier into the sort of late afternoon and evening. Farnborough, on the other hand, 260 at 5 knots in KVK. So quite reasonable from both of them there. Winds at height to the south of us, we've got 240, 250, around about 10 knots, so gentle southwesterly, and to the north, very much the same, slightly stronger. So we can expect somewhere in the region of 10 to 15 knots worth of wind at soaring height today. And just confirming that with windy here, showing a sort of westerly flow across Lasham. Looking at the general Met Office forecast for the local area, you can see staying what they're suggesting to be blue until about 3 o'clock. Hopefully we'll get some cumulus popping before then, and fairly moderate temperatures of about a maximum of 12 degrees. And also reiterating that gentle westerly wind, about 10 knots, peaking around 12 at the end of the day. GFS are showing around 11 degrees on the temperature for us here today, and dew point around about 2. So quite a low dew point there. Looking out to the west here, nice and blue at the moment. We do have evidence of that band of sort of mid to high level cloud, but hopefully that stays out that way for a while longer. And the present temperature, we've got 6.4 degrees centigrade and 2.9 for the dew point. Looking at the sky-side point forecast then for Lasham itself, you can see predicting a fairly reasonable soaring day, sort of 3-knot climbs up to 3,500 feet. I suspect it maybe go a little bit higher than that, particularly as you get further out, maybe to the west or northwest. And then dropping off around about 5 o'clock. Should hopefully be soarable, according to this, by around 11:30. So first launches around then should be achievable. Top meteo then, looking at cloud distribution starting at 10 o'clock local. I'm going to move it through hour by hour. You can see already down to the southwest, there's evidence of cumulus there, but remaining blue in our area. That's midday now, still blue here, but we should have reasonable soaring conditions by this stage. That cumulus slowly making its way towards Lasham. By about 2 o'clock there, we're starting to see evidence of it to the south of the airfield. And then by 3, a reasonable amount in the area. That's staying with us until about 5 o'clock there, and by 6, there's nothing left. So it's quite feasible that we'll start off with a blue day today with some cumulus popping hopefully later into the afternoon. Just two NOTAMs to affect us today, 19 and 13. We have Rushmore and the small arms ranges at Sandhurst doing some live firing exercises. Odium's cross section giving us a slightly more optimistic picture on the cloud front, having a few cumulus around about 12:30 onwards, which should be quite nice, and suggesting possibly even 4 knot thermals until sort of 3, where it's deteriorating, and then we should still get 1 or 2 knots at 5 o'clock, so hopefully enough to get you back home. Guided bookings, so all of the K21s are booked today across booked flying, aerobatics, and casual list and club members. We've got K13s booked for trial lessons and club members, and there is some single seat availability. We have 8 people on the casual list today, so we do need a couple of instructors to come out and give us a hand, please. It's a nice day for it, so make sure you come and get some fun. And the simulator is available as per usual. There's no movements to affect us today. So the general situation, we've got high pressure ridging towards the UK, cold front passed yesterday, leading to good soaring, likely blue at times. Runway 27 today, the cables will be on the grass to the south, air towing on the north, and we'll be gridding 27 on the grass to the north, please. Please make sure you're ready when the cable or tug arrives. We do anticipate it being quite busy today, so let's make sure we're not wasting any time. And if we make sure we don't land or taxi on the disused runways shown here in red. This here's your airfield setup today. We've got a nice westerly wind, winching from the south of the runway, air towing to the north, and then the grid in the usual position there on the north grass. That's all I have for you today, so we'll see you out there, and keep it safe. Have a good day.